Hello and welcome to our School at Home class in English Grade 5. We are in the third quarter of our set of lessons and I hope everybody will delight in learning today with lesson number 18. Transition words. By the end of this lesson, you are expected to revise writing for clarity using transition words, and show care and love for the environment. For a start, do the following exercise. You can pause this video if you will need more time. Press play again when you're finished with the activity and when you're ready to proceed with the lesson. Choose the correct transition word in the parentheses to complete the sentences. Number 1. Peter lost his favorite toy. Furthermore, as a result, he asked his mother to buy him a new one. Number 2. The book I read was informative. Moreover, however, it contains accuracies. Number 3. It took me a long time to learn how to play the guitar. Suddenly, finally, I have become much better at it. Number 4. Mark always listens to his mom's advice. Otherwise, thus, he grew up to be a good person. Number 5. I saw my sister watching a film. I, likewise, in contrast, decided to watch it. Here are the answers. Number 1. Peter lost his favorite toy. As a result, he asked his mother to buy him a new one. Number 2. The book I read was informative. Moreover, it contains accuracies. Number 3. It took me a long time to learn how to play the guitar. Finally, I have become much better at it. Number 4. Mark always listens to his mom's advice. Thus, he grew up to be a good person. Number 5. I saw my sister watching a film. I, likewise, decided to watch it. In your previous lesson, you have seen how important correct spelling and punctuation marks are in written works. Revision is the stage in writing process where the writer reviews and modifies his or her article. In writing a composition, it is also important that your ideas are presented clearly and logically. Remember these questions when you revise your composition. Does the order of ideas make sense? Are the ideas connected by appropriate transitions or signals? Take a look at these sentences without and with transition word. Some people do not follow traffic rules. They get involved in road accidents. Some people do not follow traffic rules. Consequently, they get involved in road accidents. Mike reviewed this lesson last night. He passed his English test. Mike reviewed his lesson last night. Thus, he passed his English test. The words consequently and thus are used to help you connect one idea to the next. They are examples of transition words. Transition words are words or phrases used to link sentences smoothly and highlight how ideas relate to each other. Thus, they help to build up coherent relationships within the text. Transition words are used in several different situations to tell different things. Here are the types of transition words grouped by function. Compare and contrast is a type of transition used to show the relationship between two ideas. They point out alternatives or differences. See how this worked in these sentences. Kim and Bea have different tastes in sports and music. However, they have the same food preferences. Some transition words that show contrast are yet, nevertheless, but, though, otherwise, on the contrary, on the other hand, in contrast. Another example is, Angela finds watching YouTube tutorials interesting. Likewise, Mia enjoys learning from it every day. Other words that show comparison are in the same way, in like manner, like, similarly. We can also use transition words to show addition. These are used to give additional information to the first idea stated. Here is an example. Mrs. Fuentes guides her son in learning through modules. Furthermore, she assists him in answering the worksheets. Other words we can use are moreover, to, in addition, again, besides, further, and, or, and nor. Time and sequence is another type of transition. They are used to link ideas by showing the order in which they happen. For example, Mr. Soriano, the barangay captain, thought of ways to solve the problem on garbage disposal. First, he called for a meeting to seek help and cooperation. Then, many shared their ideas in keeping the barangay clean and safe. After a while, they came up with plans and campaigns for the problem. Some transition words to show time and sequence are first, meanwhile, next, afterwards, and finally. We also use transition words to show cause and effect. They are often used to show consequences of an action, to convey why something happened that leads to the occurrence of another event. Let's have an example. It is important to learn more about climate change because it affects the environment and way of life. Another example is, many people become careless of the environment. As a result of this behavior, floods are everywhere during typhoons. Some other transition words that show cause and effect are because, since, for that reason, therefore, thus, hence, and so that. Illustration is another type of transition used to help the reader or listener to better understand what has been said through various evidences or examples. Here is an example. Marian has many hobbies. For example, she loves collecting pictures of animals. Some transition words that show illustration are to illustrate, for instance, and specifically. Clarification transition words are used to further explain an idea or thought. Let's have this example. Check your self-esteem. In other words, be confident and sure about yourself. Some other transition words that show clarification are to explain, that is, to clarify, and to put it another way. Let's try a few items as practice exercise. Write the correct transition word to complete these sentences. Here is the first one. We are taught of various ways to manage our wastes. However, as a result, many of us do not follow proper waste disposal. We are taught of various ways to manage our waste. However, many of us do not follow proper waste disposal. The correct transition word is however. This transition word tells that the second idea is the opposite of the previous one. What about the next example? We can contribute to lessen the pollution in our environment. On the contrary, for example, have at least 2 bins at home to separate biodegradable from non-biodegradable. We can contribute to lessen the pollution in our environment. For example, have at least 2 bins at home to separate biodegradable from non-biodegradable. The correct transition word is for example. The transition word is used to show the second statement is an example of the first. Let's try another one. Recycling is one way to reduce the amount of garbage we produce every day. Moreover, nevertheless, we can earn money in selling recycled materials. Recycling is one way to reduce the amount of garbage we produce every day. Moreover, we can earn money in selling recycled materials. The correct transition word is moreover. The second idea uses this type of transition to give additional information to the first idea. Identify the transition type referred to by each of the following statements. Write the letter of the correct answer on the space provided. Number 1. This type of transition words is used to add information. Number 2. It is used to further explain an idea or thought. Number 3. They are used to link ideas by showing the order in which they happen. Number 4. They point out alternatives or differences. Number 5. These transition words add emphasis or introduce evidence. Number 6. They are often used to show the consequences of an action, to convey why something happened that lead to the occurrence of another event. Here are the answers. Number 1, B, addition. Number 2, F, clarification. Number 3, C, time and sequence. Number 4, A, compare and contrast. Number 5, E, illustration. Number 6, D, cause and effect. Biodegradable waste is a form of waste originating naturally from plant or animal sources, which may be degraded by other living organisms. Non-biodegradable waste does not decompose or degrade and can be reused and recycled. The following items are found in the kitchen. Help your mother in cleaning the kitchen by sorting out the wastes. Place them in the correct bin. Here are the answers. In recycle bin, old newspaper, empty can, and shampoo bottle. In compost bin, banana peel, fish bones, and rotten fruits. After viewing and listening to this video lesson, do not forget to do these exercises as your homeschool work for today. Worksheet number 18, English 5, third quarter. Goodbye and see you in the next lesson.